So for this first project, I wanted to answer the question number 15 um, about pluralistic ignorance. And it asks if I've ever been in a situation or at the scene of an accident where pluralistic ignorance has prevailed. And my answer to that is yes and no. So when I think about this question, I always immediately think of the example which is given in the book, which is where the woman was being murdered in the street in broad daylight and all of her neighbors were witnessing it, but nobody took any action, and that's such a horrific and big scene. And I always think when I think of pluralistic ignorance, I think of a scene like this, and it's so I immediately think oh no, I haven't been a part of pluralistic ignorance because I haven't witnessed something so big. But actually, when I thought about it, um, I have. And what happened was one day I was coming home from the grocery store with my boyfriend at the time. And as we were walking to my door, the next door neighbor across from me, she came out with her boyfriend, and her boyfriend was holding her up, and she had a grocery bag. So I immediately assumed oh, maybe she's really sick or she's really drunk and he's trying to get her somewhere. But even though that was my immediate thought, he looked very desperate. So I thought maybe oh, maybe there's something else deeper that is wrong. And so when I got into my house, I turned to my boyfriend and we asked the question, should we ask them if they need help? Or is it none of our business? And we talked a little bit and we decided, okay, let's ask if he needs help. So we went back out and we said, hey, you look like you're struggling. Do you need help? What's going on? And he had said, his girlfriend had swallowed pills, and she was trying to commit suicide, so he was trying to get her to throw them up. And then just as he said that, the girl's mother came running, and she was on the phone with 911, and she was so frantic and crying. So she actually had to hand the phone to my boyfriend at the time, who had to tell the operators the address and confirm it, and had to talk to him about what they should do, because at this point she was lying on the ground and he was trying to get her to throw it up, and they were saying no, don't do that. And so I was just kind of standing there, and I was I don't really know what to do. And because at that point the paramedics were on their way, so again, me and my boyfriend were at the dilemma, should we stay here and continue, or is this now being handled, and is it now none of our business and we need to step away? So we went back into my apartment and we decided should we stay in here or should we go back out and help? And was actually a lifeguard, so he decided okay, I'm gonna go back out in case something happens, I know CPR and I can do that. So he went back out. Went back and stepped outside. So I in the beginning had decided, okay, I'm gonna help if there needs help. But towards the end, since I guess I felt I didn't have a place there anymore and it wasn't my business, I decided to step back. So that's my example of pluralistic ignorance that I had been involved in.